Hey everyone, this is Kyle from LearningMac.com. Just going to do a quick intro on the System Preferences panel today. If you click on the apple in the top left of your screen, then click System Preferences. This here is your main window. Allows you to control all the settings on your Mac. The group at the top here is mostly display, security, stuff like that. Obviously the second panel is all your hardware. Third row is your internet settings, wireless settings, Bluetooth, stuff like that. The fourth row is all of your user settings, as well as your clock, your software updates, and accessibility options for disabled accessibility. The final row is going to be all of your installed plugins that allow you to run other programs that are not originally installed on your Apple, but use this preference panel to set its preferences. So each one of these, you click on them, gives you a second option. All of these you can change to pretty much whatever you prefer. Some of them are pretty specific and should not be messed with too much. But as you can see, each one of these windows pretty much just lets you set settings for what it says. The only way to really learn everything that's on here is to go through it and play with stuff. Be careful with this menu, language and text, because if you accidentally click on the wrong language, it can change your computer into a whole different language, and then it's kind of hard to change it back. The security panel allows you to do your firewall, file vault, which those two things I will get into in a later video, and then your privacy settings for your GPS, your contacts, and sending usage reports to Apple when a crash happens. Now I am on Mountain Lion, which is 10.8. So if you're not on Mountain Lion, you will not see the notification. This just sets your settings for your notification panel, which anything not Mountain Lion you will not see. Your hardware panel allows you to set specific configurations for each of your devices in your computer. This lets you set what you can, or what your computer does when you put a CD in. Displays allows you to configure your display, set your resolution, your brightness, and then color profiles, which you probably will not need to mess with. But I know a lot of professional photographers will edit this to allow them to see a more true color. Energy savers or energy settings allows you to set when your computer goes to sleep, when your display goes to sleep, both on battery and your power adapter. Your keyboard is just your keyboard settings. Again, you can set the settings for your keyboard. Key repeat is when you hold down a key, how fast it will keep repeating that. Delay until repeat, obviously as the tooltip says, how long you have to hold it down before it starts to repeat. This makes all of your F1 buttons at the top of your keyboard as the function keys. To do the special stuff you would have to hit FN. The special buttons on each of those keys on a Mac is going to be your brightness controls, volume controls, play, pause, forward, backwards, if you have a backlit keyboard, those settings as well. And then keyboard shortcuts allows you to set up just quick launch stuff where if you're on your desktop you can click whatever you want. Type in a specific key combination and it'll open the program or whatever you have set up for that shortcut. This is just your mouse settings, which I do not have a mouse plugged in. I have my trackpad, but if you had an external mouse, this will allow you to edit the settings for that. Trackpad settings, again on Mountain Lion, this is going to look a little different than any other one. And if you do not have a unibody style MacBook, this display will not be here. This just allows you to set up your preferred options and gestures and stuff like that on the trackpad. This is where you go to set up your printers. I will get into that at a later date. And then your sound options for your outputs, inputs, headphones, stuff like that. Your iCloud panel, again, I believe this was put in 10.7.2, one of the updates for Lion, and then Mountain Lion it looks a little bit different. But this just allows you to sync up your iCloud on your Mac. This is all your mail settings, which you can also do in your mail app. Network, this allows you to configure your network settings. If you have a specialty network, you'd have to go in here to edit all the settings for the network. This will also allow you to remove remembered networks, things along those lines. Bluetooth settings. If you have your iPhone or iPad connected via Bluetooth, you can go in here and transfer files. And then your sharing. This allows you to share all these things over your local network. So you can actually share devices that are connected, share files, share printers, all that kind of stuff. The users and groups allows you to set up users on your computer. Each user you can set up an Apple ID. This is a good way to do multiple accounts in iTunes if you have multiple people using the computer. They would just log out of yours, log into their own, and they have their own totally individual iTunes and App Store and all that other stuff. Login items, this is stuff that automatically turns on when you log into your computer. And you can also set parental controls from this panel, which would open this if you click parental controls on the other one. So this one, if you have users set up, you can click on the user and manage the controls. Date and time. This allows you to set your date and time. Usually it's set to automatically so that wherever you go, it'll find you via GPS or over the internet and set your date and time for that area. And then you can choose how your clock is displayed in your menu bar. Software updates. This lets you set your settings for your software updates. Tells it to automatically check things like that. Dictation and speech. Now this is one that I don't believe was on anything other than Mountain Lion. This allows you to do text-to-speech, and your computer can actually speak alerts and announcements to you. Time machine. This is where you would go to set up a time machine backup or an external backup. This is a good thing to have set up. I myself do it a different way, but it is always good to have a backup of your computer. You never know when your hard drive is going to die. It does happen. I deal with it every day. It's a good idea to get this running. The accessibility options. This allows you to set accessibility options for disabled peoples, or if you have a hard time seeing, want to make the text larger, want to change colors, grayscale, black and white. Allows you to zoom, which pops up like a little magnifying glass where your cursor is. Allows you to zoom in on words. It does audio. It flashes screen when audio happens, so you know that it's playing a sound. And then this allows you to do sensitivity for your mouse and keyboard, and ignoring stuff when a mouse is present, things like that. And then this also allows you to set up speaking commands, so you do not have to really use the mouse or keyboard at all if you don't want to, or if you can't. Oh yeah, that also allows you to set up assistive devices on your Mac if you have braille writers, things of that line. This allows you to set it up through here. And then startup disk. This is the disk that starts up when you restart your computer automatically. It should always be on your Mac unless you have a dual boot or a Windows and you would prefer to boot up to Windows. But it is by default set up to your main hard drive that has your operating system on it. Target disk mode is pretty much allows you to plug your computer into another computer, and it boots your computer up like an external hard drive, so the other computer can read the data on it. And then these I will not get into because they are third party. This one I will make a brief note on. It's called Paragon NTFS. This allows you to read Windows hard drives and flash drives on your Mac. Most Windows hard drives will not read on a Mac, and this just allows you to read and write to them. And that is all I have for today. I will get a little more into some of these later on. But thank you for watching. Have a good day.